All right, so now that you have this sheet in front of you, we have only covered the first 3 questions of the 8 critical questions to discover your personal mission. And those questions were, what do I believe? What is my definition of success? And what kind of work inspires me? So this is the time to fill in the portions of this worksheet that will function as your rough draft for your personal mission statement. And so you are not committed to any of these answers on this page. This is a sheet just to track your thinking, to track the answers that you are landing on as you ask yourself these 8 critical questions, okay? So we're actually not going to start at the top of this page because we have not talked about defining moments that informs what your life message might be. We are actually going to start underneath the life verse or inspirational quote. And I'm going to save that for the end and go to, I believe the purpose of life is to what? So this is a question that came up when we talked about the first question, what do I believe? I told you that the Christian official catechism confession answer to this question is that the purpose of life is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. But you need to ask yourself, do I believe that? Okay, so if you do believe that, go ahead and write that in. I believe the purpose of life is to glorify God and enjoy Him. And if you believe the purpose of life is something else, go ahead and put that there too. We are all at different points in our faith journeys, and you should not feel bad if you're not there yet, where you can say the purpose of life is to glorify God. Okay, so wherever you're at, fill that in. And if you just aren't sure, you can leave it blank. There's no obligation, but I am here to give you a little push and ask you to try to answer that question. Try to land somewhere so that you know where you stand on that question. Okay, that is life's ultimate question. What is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? What is the chief end of man? Okay, under that, I believe God is, on these personal mission statements, I only have 2 blanks to fill in. And students chose 2 character attributes of God that they really, that they think of when they think of God. So they put, God is loving and just. God is accepting and persistent. Another student put, God is home and hope. Another student put, forgiving and gracious. So for now, you can just pick 2 attributes of God. Who is God to you? When you think of God, how would you describe Him? Okay, you can feel free to pause the video and think on that so you can fill in this portion of this rough draft. The next question is a yes or no question. Do you believe God created you? And remember, we talked through the implications of believing that you were created. We talked about ownership, right? And humbly submitting to our Creator and giving up the role of author of our own story and accepting the role of a character in our story. So if you remember that conversation, that's what I'm getting at here. Those were the implications of believing that you are created. The next section is a place to write down where you are so far in your definition of success. And in the personal mission statement, it's also 3 bullet points of 3 factors in your definition of success. Okay, so I'll read you what some of the students wrote. They said that no matter what I do, my definition of success is to achieve my goals, help others, have a strong relationship with God. Another student said, no matter what kind of work I do, I know I am successful when I know I will benefit in the long run. And when I am helping people. Another student said, I know I am successful when I focus, when I am around people I enjoy being around, and I am inspired. Another student said, I know I'm successful when I have something to wake up for in the morning with motivation, when I'm making the world a better place, and I do things that can inspire others. And one more example, I know I am successful when I am glorifying God, when I am a positive influence, and when I am financially stable. Okay, so I hope that gives you some ideas of factors of success. So no matter what kind of work you are doing, because remember, a mission is more than a job. A mission is more than a career, more than a college major. Those all can change several times over a lifetime. But your definition of success can apply to multiple jobs, multiple careers, multiple college majors. How do you know when you are successful? It's not an easy question, but it's one worth answering. And the last part of this worksheet that we are prepared to answer is the next section that says, work that inspires me includes. So in the previous session, we were talking about work that inspires you, work that breathes life into you. What did you decide? What kind of work inspires you? I would say that work that inspires me includes creativity, I would say personal transformation, and risk-taking. That's why I referred to Chef Grant and I referred to Joanna Gaines. Those are all examples of people that are pushing the limits of what's possible, and that inspires me. So what would you put there? What are 3 kinds of work that inspire you? And as we jump into the next question, what activities do I enjoy? That will inform what you write in this next question. Some life-giving activities I enjoy doing are what? What are your passions or your interests? Okay. So I am going to refer to this sheet probably a little bit later in the course, but you from now on should keep this sheet in front of you for the rest of this course and just fill in these blanks as we talk through the following questions. Okay. And at the end, I will tell you how to wrap it up and how to turn it into a beautiful document in Canva. Okay, so come back and we are going to jump into what activities do I enjoy. And for that session, you're going to need the sheets that look like this. There's a little mind map on the first page and it says, what activities do I enjoy at the top? So go grab this and come back.